Okay, so get ready, because today we're going deep on the language of fear.
Ooh, sounds interesting.
Yeah, we've got this dialogue here. It was actually made for people learning English.
Okay.
But it's really wild how much we can learn about, like, how humans deal with fear just
Mm.
by looking at, the words we use.
I like that angle.
All right.
It's almost like we're, getting a glimpse into how we think about being afraid.
Totally. And how those thoughts, well, they kind of become like words.
Exactly. And fear, it's something everyone has, right? But the way we talk about it, I think that says a lot about us, like about our cultures and stuff.
For sure. Okay, so let's jump into some of these spooky words.
All right, let's do it.
Right away, we see this, like, comparison between spooky and then ultra spooky.
Haha.
Do you think adding ultra, like, actually makes a difference, or is it just too much?
Hmm. That's a good question. I mean, yeah, it seems like it's just making it like more intense.
Right.
But think about it this way. When you're telling a story spooky, that sets up like a basic level of scariness. But when you say ultra spooky, that's like, whoa, we're going to a whole other level of fear. It's
Yeah.
like the writer's giving you a heads up, like buckle up. Things are about to get seriously creepy.
Uh-huh. I like that as a warning sign for the reader. And then there's goosebumps.
Hmm.
Man, it's such a powerful word, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like you could practically feel it just saying it.
You get that like shivery feeling just thinking about it.
Exactly. And it's not just some random feeling either.
Oh, definitely not.
Goosebumps. They're like this leftover thing from way back when our ancestors, their hair would stand up to make them look bigger when they were facing danger.
Yeah, like a defense mechanism.
Whoa. So even our bodies like have their own language for fear. That's crazy. But what about those times when you're not like totally freaked out, but you just feel kind of uneasy?
Right.
That's where the gives me the creeps comes in, I think.
Yeah, exactly. It's like that feeling that something's not right, but you can't really explain why.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
really interesting how we can put those like subtle feelings into words.
And gives me the creeps. You can use it for so many things.
Yeah, it's super versatile.
Like you could say a creepy old house gives you the creeps, or like a weird noise in the night. And I bet every culture has their own way of saying this too.
Oh, absolutely. Like in Japan, they have this word bukimi.
Bukimi.
Yeah, and it basically means the same thing, like creepy and ominous.
Mm.
It just goes to show you how these feelings are like universal, even if the words are different.
Totally. So in this dialogue, we're looking at some of the characters are super brave, and then there are others who get scared easily.
Right.
And they even get called names like coward and scaredy cat.
Yeah, now those words might sound similar, but they don't really mean the same thing.
Hmm.
Coward, it's kind of a harsh word. It's like saying someone's doing something wrong by being afraid.
Yeah.
But scaredy cat, it's not as serious. It's almost like a joke.
Right.
You wouldn't call someone a scary cat for running away from, like a fire or something. Oh.
Oh, that's a good point. It all depends on the situation. And speaking of situations, there's this part where the characters are checking out this like super creepy mansion,
Okay.
and then they hear this mysterious laugh,
Ooh, spooky.
right? You can like, totally feel the tension building up.
Definitely.
It's all about the atmosphere.
Exactly. And the way they describe the mansion, like creepy looking, that sets the scene.
Huh.
And then that sudden laugh, it's like, boom, surprise. And, makes you wonder what's going to happen next.
And then there's the word haunted.
Ooh, yeah.
It's like instantly you picture ghosts and spirits and stuff.
Why do you think we love these stories about haunted places so much, like across so many different cultures?
That's a good question.
Mm.
I think maybe it's our way of dealing with the unknown, trying to understand things that we can't explain.
Yeah.
There's also that like thrill of facing our fears.
Yeah.
Like testing what's real and what's not.
So we've got spooky goosebumps, gives me the creeps, cowled, scaredy cat, and haunted.
Yeah. A whole bunch of words about fear. Who knew that talking about vocabulary could be so scary?
Uh-huh, right. And here's something to think about. What about in your own language?
Yeah.
Are there any words or phrases that describe fear in a special way? Something beyond these common ones.
Mhm.
Like maybe there's a word for that feeling you get when you're walking alone at night and you just feel like something's watching you.
Oh, yeah. Or a word for being afraid of like ghosts and stuff.
Exactly. It's like a reminder that the language of fear, well, it's always changing, just like fear itself.
That's a great point. And that's our deep dive for today.
Thanks for having me.
It was awesome having you.
Until next time.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.